Well, hello there, Cancer. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing a special reading around this Pluto moving into Aquarius energy. So for the last 15 years, since 2008, Pluto has been in Capricorn, and it has been in your seventh house of committed partnerships and relationships. I'm looking at my cheat sheet over here. So, you could have had a lot of transformation because Pluto is about transformation, secrets coming out, scandals, in your committed relationships, whether they are romantic relationships or partnerships, like business partnerships. You could have had a lot of transformation in what it is that you really and truly want out of those committed relationships. So over the last 15 years, you may have either gotten married, you may have gotten divorced, you could have had a business partner and then dissolved the business, or you could have been moved into having a partnership with somebody. So we're going to first take a look at what has occurred over the last 15 years, the insight, the wisdom that you have gained through that. And then Pluto is moving into Aquarius and into your 8th house. So your 8th house is all about, we call it the death, taxes, shared resources, understanding that, this is a transit that helps you to see what it is that is not in alignment with your true self. Those relationships, your relationship with shared resources, okay? And your viewpoint about marriage, divorce, inheritance, death, taxes. It is a little bit of a difficult transit, right? But at the same time, having this information going into this transit is really kind of an important thing for you to have, because you can take a look. What we're going to do is take a look where you are right now in your 8th house, your present energy. And then we'll take a look at what secrets may be revealed in your 8th house over the next 3 months while Pluto is in Aquarius. Then it kind of wobbles back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius for the rest of 2023. But then in January of 2024, it moves into Aquarius and it'll stay there for 20 years. So we're going to take a look at all of this. This is a big transit, and especially for you, Capricorn, Cancer, I guess because it's moving out of Capricorn. I feel like, this is something where you may really want to reflect on the lessons that you have learned over the last 15 years. Those are really going to come into play, especially these next 3 months when Pluto is at 0 degrees in Aquarius. So it's kind of like it's going to really spotlight some of those issues that you may be kind of like confronting over the next 20 years. You're going to get some insight about what you can expect. And so I did create a reflection journal. It's a free download. It's a gift from me to you. If you're interested at all, the link is in the description box below. But it helps you to see the insight that you have gained, where you are now, and then set intentions for what you would like to create in your life over the next 20 years. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading here. We have overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Yeah, I feel like you have been through some difficult energies over the last 15 years, you had in the committed partnerships and relationships, having to deal with other people, there could be a lot of people that are no longer in your life that were in your life in 2008. You could have separated yourself from them, or they could have left your life. Understanding the insight and the wisdom that you gained from that chaos or conflict that you had in relationships, and also understanding that you can overcome those relationships, right? It's this energy of you could have lost some people in your life that really and truly you felt like you may not be able to live without. And now what you're understanding is, you've gained deeper insight about yourself because that person isn't in your life anymore. So let's take a look at where you have the insight that you had gained over the last 15 years, especially I would say over the last, 3 to 5 years, while Pluto and Capricorn was really pushing out this energy. Okay, it's all about honoring your own path. Understanding that I feel like you have the King of Cups, your energy coming in here, Cancer, but there's this energy where you may have had some relationships that became volatile, okay? Or you had very harsh discussions, arguments with people in your life, whether they were business partners or committed relationships, like family relationships, marriage, people that you were married to, people that were really important in your life. I feel like you've gone through this time where it's kind of like been really difficult, having to let go of some people that just really and truly were no longer on your path. And seeing perhaps how the volatility, okay, because the King of Cups, you see how he's holding, right, the ship with almost like a stick on the bottom. The ocean represents our emotions, and you are a water sign. Understanding the King of Cups has mastered his emotions. No longer is kind of like super excited one day and really low the next. And Cancer, part of your energy can be a little bit of a moodiness, right? Of allowing your emotions to affect how you relate to other people. And now I think what you have learned, okay, is that by kind of like regaining, balancing out your emotions when you're triggered by somebody else, okay, balancing that out before you have difficult conversations, taking a breath when conflict arises and saying, can we talk about this later? Okay, instead of, saying, I need a minute to think about this, or can I call you tomorrow and can we discuss this? I feel like what you have gone through is this sense of perhaps heated arguments or discussions, right, that occurred maybe even out of the blue. And I'm not saying that you started them, okay, but there is this energy of perhaps being triggered, okay, and then maybe not quite handling yourself in the best way or the way that you wish you could have handled it, right? It's about overcoming that. I feel like you've done that work, right? Because this is at the end of this transit. You've learned how to master your emotions, to not allow yourself to be triggered or be so sensitive. I think that's the word, right? Because I feel like you may have been overly sensitive at times in these really tight relationships in your life. You could have been overly sensitive and then overreacted. And now what you have done is mastered those emotions. And then we have recharge. When the pace of life becomes too hectic, know to slow down, be mindful, and go with the flow. And I feel like that's, you could have gone through a time where you were just really overwhelmed with a lot of things that were going in your life. It could have been with work and personal. There could have been a lot going on. And you could have become a little bit overly sensitive to what other people said or were doing, not allowing there to be a conversation. And I really like the energy here that you have learned that you have to recharge your energy. You have to pull away sometimes from other people. Allow yourself to pull away and say, I need a minute here. I'll get back to you tomorrow, right? And that there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. I feel like, something that ended, okay? It could be, there's almost like a relationship or a situation in your committed relationships and partnerships. You could have a new beginning almost here with something that ended. Could be even a Scorpio, but this is the Pluto energy, right? Bringing something in that, I feel like at one point it was kind of a toxic situation for you, but now it no longer is, right? And there's this energy of being able to either go towards what it is that you truly want or to see this relationship in a new light. Because I feel like you're almost getting some insight. You've gained some insight. Look, you have the Page of Wands. You know, it's Page of Wands is good news, right? King of Swords is very analytical, you know, could be an air sign. And then you have the Five of Swords. I think what you're recognizing, okay, is that you're learning. Page of Wands is learning, right? I think you're learning that, you know, there is a little bit of energy here of learning that sometimes, you know, the King of Swords is somebody that is very analytical, cuts things out that don't work, right? And there is some of that you have done, you know, but there's also this energy of, okay, I'm also going to it's a little bit about take a minute and analyze the situation instead of overreacting, right? And instead of allowing just my emotions to rule my actions, right? I'm also going to take a minute and think about it. The King of Swords is all about thinking, not overthinking, right? But I love this because you have the heart and the head, you know, allowing your heart and your head to kind of guide you forward, using your intuition, but also kind of like taking a moment to analyze the situation, to ask questions, right? If something triggers you, it's not about just overreacting. It's like, well, can I gain some more information about this, you know? So I really like that because that is going to come into play as you are moving into this 8th house energy. So let's see where you are right now. Yeah, friends and colleagues, and then you have the 10 of Wands, okay? So, you know, the 8th house is all about death, taxes, inheritances, secrets, marriage, and divorce. You know, understanding that you could have put a little bit too much energy into keeping some relationships, right? You may have kept some relationships too long and they're really a burden. I feel like it's almost as if you could have let go of some relationships in the past. You know, something happened, emotional upset, you know, not just on your part, Cancer, right? Takes two to tango here. I feel like there was something that happened, but you may have then kind of like put all of your eggs in another basket. It's almost like that energy. Like you left some relationship or relationships and then put all your eggs in another basket. But what you're understanding is that there are burdens here too. So it's almost like trying to balance that out. Understanding, okay, I have to recharge. One of the things that you gain insight about is I have to recharge. Whatever this new relationship or this new group of people that you've kind of allowed yourself to hang your hat with, okay, what you're also understanding is that there is some burden there and understanding, okay, wait a minute, I need to go out in nature as much as you can, right? I need to recharge. There's this energy of, okay, these people, these new people also bring a sense of burden to me, you know? And it is kind of interesting, you know, because your 8th house really is, it can have to do with family, inheritances, you know? You could be... you know, shared resources, taxes, you know, all of that. It's kind of like there's some burden that is playing on your mind here. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Something that has taken a long time is about to bring blessings. Something that, you know, I think something that brought you a lot of confusion. Queen of Cups here. You know, we have the King and the Queen of Cups. It could have been a marriage. Something that has brought a lot of confusion. Hierophant, once again, a sense of a committed, long-term committed relationship. Something that has had a lot of confusion around it. I feel like you've kind of left that relationship. You're still not sure. It's like a sense of not having closure. And you've kind of like put your eggs, you've kind of like gone over to this other group or other person, right? But what you're understanding is that the connection is hard. This newer connection has some difficulty with it. And I think part of it is you don't have closure in this past situation. So let's see what the secret is here. Yeah. Travel. I feel like either you are traveling or somebody is traveling to you. This is the secret that's going to be revealed between now and really like your birthday. Okay. Somebody is coming in trying to pitch, be as clear, concise, and professional as you can when you explain your ideas to others, to potential others. And I feel like somebody's coming in. This is a family situation. Okay. I really feel like this is a family situation. Somebody wanting to reunite a family. And I feel like either, part of it is I think they're either going to come in with a good pitch, okay? Or you are going to come in with a good pitch. And it could even be about moving, either traveling to go see this person or this person travels to come see you. Or it could be about, wanting to move, making... I feel like somebody is coming in to kind of like sell you on the idea of either reuniting or moving to a new place. But this is really kind of like a family situation. Yeah, Three of Cups. There's this situation here where there's wanting to be some healing, some bringing back together, to start afresh, to go on a new path, to end, okay, the sadness that was in the situation. Now, here's the thing. I feel like you're thinking it's still a toxic situation. You're having literally communication, an apology coming in. But, this is a little bit the Capricorn energy. But somebody that is kind of attached to you, that wants to reunite. I want to just let's pull one more card on this, because I feel like this is a big decision for you, and it is going to happen between now and I think June. Yeah, great achievement. Wow. I think something that was at one time toxic, okay, is a kind of, it's a secret, right? I think the thing that you thought was negative, okay, about this situation, whatever it is, whatever triggered, I think this goes back to whatever this is, whatever triggered this heated conversation or this separation or, argument, whatever it was. I think that you still feel, okay, that person hasn't changed, right? There's an energy here. I don't think that they have changed. And yet at the same time, let's see where this goes, because I feel like they have changed. I feel like they really and truly have missed you, right? They've missed you, but now it's kind of like, okay, I want to do, there's a sense of wanting to do the work here, of making this an achievement, of bringing this situation back together. But I think that they know they can't do it without you, Cancer. However that plays out in your life, understanding that you are a pivotal person and this whole situation has happened. It's part of your path. I don't know. I feel like for some of you, you really are, you're going to take a look at this. Yeah, you're learning. You're learning something new in this situation. Go deeper. Yeah, I feel like you're going deeper in this. You're finding out something that you did not know. This is kind of a big secret. I think you're finding out a piece of the puzzle that you didn't have before. And it's shining a new light on this entire thing, because the blessing that you will receive, okay, before June, okay, is a new beginning. I feel like you really are having this new beginning, reflection, time to focus, balance, reflect, and guide yourself past the stumbling blocks to take the right actions. Six of Swords, moving away from turbulent times into calmer waters. Whatever this situation was, it's kind of like, wow. I mean, it's almost like my heart chakra is opening. There's something that, and I know in the comments, Cancer, there's going to be this energy of no, never. And of course, if it is an abusive relationship or something like that, and it's a general reading, right? So it won't resonate for everybody. I feel like though, for some of you, this is something you have been hoping for, almost praying for. Understanding that you also have to recognize that you have changed. Oh, this is the message. You have changed since this has happened. This entire situation has changed you. It's also about recognizing the other person could change also. Some of you may be like, no, they can't have changed. They've got to be the same. But here it is. It's time to focus. It's time to reflect. If you could change, could this other person change? Yeah. I feel like it's having the strength, to see, is this something that I want to walk away from? Or am I just walking away to walk away? Because it's a painful situation, right? And, for some of you, there could be a third party here, a third party situation. I feel like you have to decide. There's almost like this decision. Somebody's making a decision, either you or somebody else, to end one relationship and to have completely start another relationship. So for instance, if you had this situation, okay, in the past was a third party situation, or somebody left, right? And you weren't sure why. I feel like there could have been a third party and you didn't maybe know it. That light is coming in, okay? That secret is being revealed. It's the reason why that person ended the situation and went into another direction, something that maybe you didn't even know about. And now that energy, they're coming back to reveal why they left. And I feel like for some of you, they could be ending that third party situation and wanting to return to you. Really, kind of interesting. For some of you, you could have had a fallout with your family about somebody that you wanted to marry, or a situation like that. You could be actually even ending that marriage and then wanting to return back to your family tribe. This is a big, this is kind of like a big thing. Like, I'm really interested to see where this goes, because I feel like whatever you might be saying to the screen right now, right? You're sitting there. No, there's no way. There's this energy of something really coming to light that changes your mind completely, where it's taking you in a new way. Something that because here's your advice. Family and beliefs. We all have certain beliefs that help us or can trap us and keep us from moving toward creative solutions. I think you may have a mindset right now that is keeping you trapped, that this situation can't work out, or that this person is never going to change. There's something here that is keeping you trapped. And now what you're recognizing is, oh, wait a minute. There are different ways that this could work out. And I'm not saying it's going back to what it was, okay? I think something has happened here. But there is also, the Two of Cups. Oh my goodness. And here's the Tower, right? I think they're coming in. Oh my goodness. Look at that. I don't know if I've ever had that. There's been a transformation from the Page to the Knight to the King. There has been a transformation. You have transformed, but I feel like this person has too. And I think that they come in suddenly. Look at this, the Two of Cups and the Tower. I think they come in suddenly. And I think it completely surprises you. And you're going to initially be, no, that's not what I'm doing. You have free will, right? And this is a general reading. I'm going to say that again. But I feel like you are going to be able, I think you have to go into this with an open mind. When this situation happens, it is about not being attached to what they say or how they say it, because I feel like it's going to be something totally different. Yeah, something, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, after a long time of feeling out cold and alone, there's this energy of wanting to, manifest, bring something together that's inspired, that can work. Wow. Okay, Cancer. Wow, that is incredible. All right, let's pull a final card for advice for you. And Cancer, I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. And please check out that free download. That might that might really bring some insight as to what is going on here. Wow, really beautiful. Okay, inner power. Today I choose to see myself as significant. I acknowledge my true strength. I remain steadfast in the face of adversity. If I stumble, I pick myself up, knowing that I am filled with the power of the universe, overcoming obstacles, right? I accept and appreciate myself in every way. I contain the most precious treasures of this world within me. The universe shines through me. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to put that up there so you can take a snapshot if you want to. Okay, when I was reading that, I think that this entire situation happened so that you could get steadfast in your emotion. I think whatever happened here kind of triggered something down deep inside of you, okay? Whatever this conflict was, it triggered something down deep inside of you. And that could be why, if you overreacted, okay, that it really hit the heart, whatever this was. It hit the heart. It hit that very vulnerable spot. And now I feel like this person, this situation put you on this path of finding out who you truly are. Like coming back into an alignment with loving yourself for who you truly are. That's why when this situation comes back around, okay, it's not the same situation, okay? Because it could be the same person, right? But it's not the same as when you left or had this argument. It's not the same because you are not the same. You are more steadfast in your confidence and what you have to offer to this relationship or this situation, right? To the world. So you are more steadfast. You are grounded, okay? You are the Four of Wands. You are grounded in who you are. That's why when this comes back around, whether you decide to reunite or not, this conversation, here's the key, is not going to be emotional for you. I feel like there's going to be emotions, right? But it's not going to be volatile because you have this confidence. You know, we had the strength card here somewhere, right? You have this confidence about you now. You understand who you are. You understand your value. I feel like when this conversation happened, you weren't sure of your value at that time. It kind of triggered this. Right? If nothing else, when this person comes back, when this conversation happens, what you're understanding is that I think you are seeing for yourself how you have transformed. And then I think you also are going to be able to see perhaps if this other person has really transformed or not. And if they haven't, I feel like you go on your own way. It's a closure. If nothing else, it provides the closure that you haven't had before. If they come back and they say, oh, I was in a third party, I left you for somebody else, okay? But I've ended that and I'm coming back here. There's a good part of you, I think, that is going to say, no, I'm not going into that. If they come back and they really and truly can explain themselves, right? And you can tell that perhaps there is something here to salvage, right? Then I think you're also going to have certain expectations, go slow, right? Have a course of, of counseling or, actions speak louder than words and you're going to require that from them. But this has a lovely energy that is helping you to step into, how do I fit in this group? What happened in the past? What burdens am I willing to let go of now? And where is it that I really want to go forward? Whereas before, you may have just gone your own way. There could have been a blow up. You could have gone your own way. But there wasn't enough closure there to really and truly help you to build a life that is really beautiful, right? Now what you're doing is stepping into this energy of really being able to create the life that you want for yourself. All right. Well, Cancer, wow, what an exciting energy there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.